Well, hello Sagittarius, it is CJ. Welcome to my channel. I am just noticing right on my clock at this very moment, it is 3:33. So, pretty magic number to begin your reading. Saggia, I hope you're doing great. I hope that so far June is going good for you. Obviously, it depends on whenever you're going to be coming to this reading. Sag, it's going to be a general reading. I have to be clear with you as I was meditating on your energy. I almost felt like weeping. I'm not sure what's going on here, or if I'm just picking up on someone's energy. Feels very, little pit in my tummy here. So Sag, today, the day I'm doing it, it is Monday. It is the 5th of June, 2023. Again, it doesn't matter whenever you come to this reading. If you're called to it, if you're pulled to it, there might be something in it. We're going to just talk about what cards were showing up and what I was feeling in a moment. But I just want to get through, the intro for those of you that may be new. If you're new, welcome. Glad to have you. If you are part of the soul family here, I love you, adore you. I hope everything's going well. I've missed you. I know it's only been the weekend that's passed. But, I don't know. How are you doing from the Sagittarius full moon that occurred on June 3rd, really, and still feeling the energy today? For me, myself, a lot of Saggies around me, and myself being Saggy rising, kind of a heavier energy. I don't know how to explain it. I was outside on that night. I seen it. It was beautiful. We have smoke here in my country from all the fires. So it had actually kind of like this orangey kind of glow to it. It was very beautiful. Put all my crystals, did all my rituals, all that kind of stuff. I don't know, just feeling a little bit more heavier, a little bit more confused. For me, normally that does happen with the full moons, new moons. I'm very, very affected by it. But this one, because it was in your sign, Sag, something felt just so much more stronger, even maybe kind of melancholy of like an energy of looking back and yes, releasing things, but almost having perhaps a little bit of that, if I can, I'll explain it the way I would, how it hits me. If this makes sense, I live far away from where I grew up as a child. I still, even though my parents have both crossed over, I still at times will have that homesick feeling, if you understand what I mean. It's that feeling of when you're a little kid and you're going to school and summer's over and you got to go back to school, and it's that icky feeling. It's that unknown. It's that change, that kind of energy coming through. So let me know, if you want, how you have been feeling. What have you been noticing? Are you thinking clearly, feeling very powerful? Are you feeling a little bit confused and wobbly and not sure which way to go? Because for myself and a few others that have been around me, they've been feeling the same way. Okay, so Sag, if you'd like a private reading with me, and thank you for all of those of you that have reached out for one, I am in the process of getting back to you. I take my weekends off. I have to in order to try and, get my energy level and my vibration back up. So I will be responding to you soon. If you do want a private reading from me, just give me a little bit of time. Already, even though it's Monday, I'm pretty much booked up for this week, but you can still reach out. Know that if you've sent something to me, I will respond to you. Okay, now let's get into what was coming up. I have to cough. So Sag, the Seven of Swords kept showing up. Now, the energy is that I was picking up from that, though, was not necessarily about someone else doing something shady to you. It felt more like something you may be hiding from yourself, is what it felt like. And then I heard my guide say the word sabotage. And it was very interesting because the Hermit came out a couple of times. The Sun, the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Cups, positive cards were showing up. But there seemed to always be a Seven of Swords or a Hermit mode that would kind of, I don't know how to explain this, Spirit. It would almost like be blocked in between, the Sun and the Nine of Cups. Almost like you, Sag. I love you, and I understand this energy because I go through it often in my life too. But this energy of almost putting the blocks in front of yourself, whether you're aware of it or whether you're not, whether it's conscious or whether it's subconscious. Blocks that are being put, that I do feel you have power over. And you're not, I don't know what this is, but it felt like perhaps self-sabotage. Now, look, if it's not your reading, it's not your reading. That is absolutely okay and beautiful. For those of you that this reading is, it could also be a cross-watcher too, that the energy I was picking up on. But because it is your reading, Sag, obviously I am connected more to your energy, so I'm picking something like that up. So that is what I was feeling. And like I felt kind of weepy, like I kind of wanted to cry, a sadness of, oh, just like wanting the best, hoping for the best, but yet almost like the mind, or, you know, the law of attraction, what you focus on becomes more of that, actually that happening. And it just felt like Spirit wanted me to have this conversation. So, you know, I know some of you, I've had comments where people don't want me rambling. Well, it's my channel. So if you don't like it, hit the off button, right, baby? But the energy I was getting from Spirit also was trying to get into an energy that we can be more aware of where our thoughts are taking us. What path are our thoughts taking us down? Are they taking us down the path that is lit up and feels smooth and feels exciting? Or are they taking us down the path of darkness, of worry, of stress? Because it seems to be a very important message here, because whatever it is, it does feel, they're showing me in my mind's eye two different paths here, that if you're trying to have what's on the light path, you know, the good path, the path that feels peaceful and joyful, then that is where your energy has to go, because you cannot attract lighter, higher vibrational energy if you're in a lower vibrational energy yourself. It just won't work. It doesn't match. It's going to miss. So let's get into your reading. I'm going to have a sip of water. I am anticipating this reading because it feels very strongly. Again, it might only be for a few of you, but it feels really strong that there's something Spirit really has for you, and they want you to, if you can, to take it in as much as you can. Maybe make notes or something, because I'm in channeling mode right now, and it feels quite strong that they have a message for you. So with that, Sag, give me a sec. I'm going to have a sip of water. Happy Monday to you, depending on when you're listening to this. And let's get into it. I do feel like we're going to use the wisdom, so we'll start there. As always, if you're new, I always check the bottom of the deck, because that is a foundation to your reading and also is part of the story that's unfolding. So right now, I almost said jazz. Maybe one of you are listening to jazz music. Okay, gonna leave it there because I just almost said that. So come to the edge is on the bottom. 36, that is a 9. It reduces down to that beautiful number of 3, and when we started this reading, it was 333 on my laptop. So pretty important. The energy of coming together with yourself, meaning your mind right, your heart focused right, your soul, all in this beautiful alignment, where that is where your magic happens. That is where your empowerment comes in. That is where what you do wish to have, you can have. You can achieve it. But it is about getting into that alignment. And for some, it might be very unfamiliar. Okay, I'm going to leave that for a moment. So come to the edge is what's there. This is about taking almost a leap of faith. She's not jumping off, but she does have one foot up in the air, and she's balancing on what looks like almost her tippy toes to some degree. There's hearts, red hearts everywhere. So obviously this is indicating a lot to do with our heart chakra, with our emotions, with our relationships is what I'm feeling. There's something they're wanting you to come closer to the edge. Could mean being more, oh my goodness. Sorry, I'm just getting overwhelmed with what is underneath here. Let me just turn that energy down for a sec. Like taking a risk in a way that maybe you've never done. That can mean for some of you opening your heart up and talking and telling people how you genuinely feel. For others of you, excuse me, this could mean opening yourself up to go talk to someone that might be really skilled in helping you figure out any roadblocks, anything that's been connected to your path, counselor, anything like that self-help kind of energy, where because they're outside source, they can help you shift the way you think, because they're not in the story with you. They're not on that journey with you. Often that can really help. So I don't know, but come to the edges on the bottom. It is followed by between worlds, and that's what caught my breath, because it is number 3 as well. So we got a lot of 3 action happening here. between worlds. This is exactly what I was feeling at the very beginning before I even hit the record button, Sag. It's like you want to get to that beautiful bright side. You want to have that great relationship. You want to have that great career. If you're retired, it's like you want to have people around you that are going to value you and love you, and that you can be safe with, and you can be all who you are with, without judgment, right? That energy of wanting the good things, the sweet things, but you're not there yet. There's something, I feel there's something you're holding on to. Something from the past is holding you back. Now, that's not going to be for everyone. For some of you, this could be in the middle of finding a job, or, you know, in the middle of making a new life somewhere for some of you. I don't know. But they're giving it really strongly to me. It is about recognizing what is keeping you in a darker energy. And I don't mean negative and all that stuff, beautiful Sag. I mean lower vibration, maybe not believing in yourself, maybe not believing that you could have what you want. Maybe you've had a really hard run on it in this lifetime and it's closed you off. All of that makes sense. It's natural. We're humans. We're souls in a human body. So we're always trying to adapt. But they're asking you, even this next card, Ying, which is number 2. So we have 3, now we have 2, and then we have the 36. So all about opening your heart up to receive, to be open to receiving, and also open to allowing others to receive your beautiful energy. You see, there's a block here, even the way these cards are showing up. Wow. We have the Treasure Island, number 9. This is a positive, beautiful card. It is all about getting all that good stuff in your life. The money, the abundance, you know, the love, the security, the good health, all of that. But it's this between worlds, there's something that has to be done here, Sag. Some kind of releasing, I'm thinking, in order for you to be able to receive. To make room. Okay, so let's get into this and see what this is about. I feel like this is going to be a long one. We even have Loyal Heart next. It's a beautiful energy of being able to trust those that are around you, and trust that they're going to be loyal and that it's a safe place for you, Sag. Okay, that's what I just heard from my guide. So let's see what Spirit is going to give you. All right, Spirit, please show me clearly for beautiful Sag, for those that this reading is meant for. What's going on? Can you give me a little guidance, a little insight here? What is Saggy going through at this time? What would you like Sag to know? Please show me as clearly as possible. Beautiful Spirit. So appreciate you. That one just flew out. Oh, we have Round and Round. It came out slightly in reverse. Round and round. Well, that sums up exactly what I was feeling. Something that keeps happening. Either a thought process, Sag, and we all have them. We have them from our childhood. We have them from our elementary friends, our kids. Because most of our maturity is set up from when we were children, from our childhood. Most of our wounds. I'm trying to find, because I want to, Spirit, show me clearly how to say this. Most of our lack of confidence, our insecurities, are stemming from our childhood. Those are the years that are the most impressionable. And we carry them with us till we're 80 or 90 years old, 100 years old, if we don't look at them and see them for what they are. A lot of times, what we were taught or what was expected of us, and it's no due fault to our parents, maybe some might have been very harsh, but I'm just saying they didn't know any better either. And so, you know, that old saying, because Spirit is giving it to me, and of course I'm going to struggle with having to get it out. It's that thing with children, like children should be seen, not heard. That kind of energy, you know, you might not have grown up with that, and so this might not be your reading, but my point here is what Spirit is saying. There's something that perpetually keeps spinning and keeps showing up again and again in your life because, although that sucks, because it hasn't fully been looked at, dealt with, acknowledged, and released. Okay? So, round and round. But round and round is exactly that. Something that keeps showing up. You think you get over it. You think you're on a new path, and boom, something happens. Something triggers you. a memory comes back, you run into another person, or that same person that maybe caused you some harm or made you feel not good enough comes back into your life. Something like this. It's a pattern and it keeps going round and round. But because it came out in almost reverse, not exactly, and I'll have to look back on my tape, but it flew out like this. Because it is almost in reverse, it's like Spirit is coming through this reading to say it is time to let it go. It is time to let it go, but obviously you can't let it go if you don't know what this is. If you can't put a finger on it, then you've got to kind of look at, like, how are you feeling? Do you feel happy? Do you feel satisfied? Do you feel good in yourself? If the answer is no, why is that? What is it that's stopping you from really loving yourself 100%, beautiful Sag? I just said this to a person not that long ago, within the last probably week. It is very difficult for any of us to love anyone or anything else if we do not have genuine love for ourselves. When we say, oh, I love you, but yet you're not kind to yourself and you're not loving to yourself, and you're harsh on yourself and you're a critic on yourself and you criticize yourself, or you keep yourself stuck perhaps in that same web of illusions that was set up for you when you were a kid, you're not really loving the other person. That is more of an ego-based thing, you know, and we all do it. I've done it a million times. Well, maybe not a million times, but I've done, you know, it takes a lot to become aware. It takes a lot to rise our vibration. It takes a lot to see things from a different vantage point. That's what Spirit is asking. It's not about like getting down in the dirty and the, you know, tearing yourself apart. That's not what I'm saying. And continuing the pain. But it is about acknowledging and understanding that you don't need to have that energy in your life anymore. You can set your own standards and you can be whoever you want in your life, Sag. And that in itself is a beautiful message. So there's this energy of things can be switched around. Now it is number 25, so that is a 7, which is all about that contemplation. All about, why aren't things working for me? If they're not working for you, then you have to look at, what are you still doing that seems to be similar to what you used to do? What is it? Without putting tons of energy into it. I know that sounds so convoluted. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Now we do have on the bottom of the deck, exchanging gifts. Number 27, again, there's another 9. So exchanging gifts, Sag, this is that energy of exchanging your stories, exchanging your energies. It is about allowing someone else to talk to you about how they're maybe feeling, but you then being able to speak about how you're feeling. It's this beautiful exchangement of love and understanding and alignment. Now, for some of you, this could be very much about a relationship that you're dealing with. Again, for others of you, this could be Spirit's way of saying you need to be able to open your heart up. Water, my nose is getting so itchy again. Woo! Okay, take that off, please. It's a beautiful energy of, you know, really allowing yourself to open up and allow yourself to also be able to receive. Okay? So that's where we are. The next card we do have is Thinker. And Sag, I'm laughing because we have got Thinker, which is a pretty contemplative energy, right? Obviously, she's all alone. She's sitting on these big, big blocks. It's number 44, which is an 8 when you add it up. 8s from here are all about your life path. She's contemplating a lot of things. And even in some ways, Sag, do you overthink? Do you think things so much and go around and around so much that it almost becomes a puzzle? And you get overwhelmed and it doesn't make sense? That's where Spirit is then going to say you need to slow down, and slow down and maybe not put so much. They just gave me the word confusion. Maybe not put so much overthinking in it, because as I always say, the past is the past. We have zero power in our past. The only way we can get power from the past is by deciding here and now in the present of what we're going to carry from our past and what we're not. That's the only way it really has power, you know, authentically. Some choose to stay in the past. Then that is where they are going to be, but there's not going to be any power for the present or even the future moving forward. So the Thinker is in between exchanging gifts and milk and honey. Again, this is that beautiful energy of abundance, much like that treasure, what was it? The Treasure Island that came out. This is like all about enjoying the finer things in life, really loving your life. Most days, getting up, feeling like things are spectacular. But it feels, again, like there's just a roadblock in the way. Okay, so that's all they want me to say on that, Saggies. So we're going to put that away and get into the tarot. Okay, show me clearly, please, Spirit. What message do you have for Sagittarius? We have the Sun. Leo's card. Allowing yourself to be lighter and joyful and being truly who you are, connecting with that beautiful self of you inside. You know the one that used to laugh, and the one that has a big smile and that can charm lots of people, that loves to be adventurous and spontaneous and not take life so seriously. Well, oh my God, Sag. So the Sun, followed by the Nine of Cups, wishes coming true. Beautiful. All these cards came out before, followed by your energy, male or female, does not matter to me. We all have masculine and feminine. It is the Queen of Wands, creating that magic again, falling in love with creating magic. Heaven on earth that you can make here. But it all, again, is about this perspection. Oh my God. What is the word, Spirit? Perception, yes, but there was another word. Okay, I'll let it go. Followed by the High Priestess. Tapping into your inner guidance system, listening more to what your intuition is telling you, quietening down the mind, and it's even followed by the Hermit. And I'm showing this because it showed up in quite a few of my decks. Perhaps you need to have some time on your own where you can really reflect that light inwardly to see clearly. I know that's not always easy. This is Virgo's card, by the way. I know it's not always easy. Often, we want a little bit of feedback, but when the Hermit shows up, it is Spirit's way of coming through saying, you have to trust yourself that you have everything that you need to make whatever changes you need to make in your life. You have it all. You just need to remind yourself of that. Okay, so Spirit, let's get into it. What do you have for Sagittarius for whenever they come to this reading, for those Saggies that this reading is about and meant for? Show me clearly, please. This could be indicating a big, big transformation in your life, perhaps in all areas. Sag, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. It's kind of sideways, so we're going to leave it like that. The Queen of Pentacles. They want that upright. And the King of Cups. Wow. Spirit, how do you want me to read this? Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so I get it. And the Four of Wands on the bottom. Okay, we're going to just start right here. Ace of Pentacles. So, Sag, aces are all in the tarot are always about a new beginning, a possible new beginning. Let's put it that way. It's like being gifted a seed, and if you nurture it and take care of it and respect it and love it and, put all that energy into growing it, it will become the Ten of Pentacles. Now, the Ace of Pentacles it's our earth, right? So it would be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn if there's someone in your life that you're dealing with. But the Ace of Pentacles is that beautiful energy of, yes, abundance, yes, money, yes, wealth, prosperity, all of that if you tend to whatever you're working on here, you will end up being very secure. It also, though, for me as a channeler, it represents our self-worth, our humanly body's worth of how we feel about ourselves. And because it came out somewhat in reverse, this feels to me like Spirit is saying, again, getting back to that confidence, maybe not believing that you can have what you want, maybe not believing that you can achieve what you want, maybe not feeling that you're worthy of love or worthy of all those beautiful things that do exist on this planet Earth. There's a need for this to get switched around, okay? Because next we have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups. So same earth signs. King of Cups, I tend to see that more of a Cancer. It doesn't have to be, though. It can be Pisces, Scorpio. We have the Queen of Pentacles, and she is everything about stability. She believes in herself. She knows that what she wants is on this earthly plane. She's receiving it. She's very financially set up, and she's very grounded. So she has a very healthy opinion about herself. She's also very loving and very nurturing. She will hug you forever. She or he, depending on, how this is reading for you, will hug you forever and keep you grounded and reassure you that things are going to be great and things are going to be wonderful and that you are deserving of it. I like that energy showing up. We then have the King of Cups. So energy, it's water. So it is our emotions. It's that watery, flowing, sometimes up, sometimes down, sometimes as waves crashing, of our relationships with ourselves and with others. And he represents being very stable in your emotions, getting to a place where there's not really any more triggers, for example, where he's very trusting. It's very peaceful energy and also very loving energy. I feel, yes, this could represent people in your life, Sag, but how they're giving it to me right now is like, this is all about starting to change the way that you actually move in through this life. Recognizing what needs to be released and recognizing what you want, and then understanding that you have to put your energy into what it is you want in order for you to receive it. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Wands. Love this. Love this. Ace of Cups after. Sag, this is you. It's also Aries and Leo. Four of Wands can be a marriage card. Okay. But it also can be, well, you can just see, it's a very celebratory energy. It is lighter energy. It's fire. So it's passion. It's joy. It's happiness. And they are having a darn good time. So in some ways, what I'm getting from this is that however you can do it, we all have different ways. We all have to work through things that are on our own pace, in our own ways. But to be able to try and, I really want to find the right words, and I can hear them, but I can't, my guides, but I can't really hear exactly what they're saying. It's really easy for me to say, well, life's too short to worry about what happened in the past, and, but in the essence of that, and not to be callous about it, it is true. It is true. What happened to you even 5 hours ago does not have to have power on where you are sitting at this moment. And my love, I know, I am, like I said, I'm a person too. I go through my ups and downs in this life as well. And sometimes it's a damn struggle to even knowing what I know, even having my guides beside me. I still have moments where I'm like, oh my goodness, like this is so, how do I get out of this? Or, I can't see the light at that time. It is about shifting something, and it is, the more you can focus and put your beautiful energy on what you're trying to build and what you're wanting in your life, what you want your life to be filled up with, the more it will come to you. It really will. But this is something that we all got to work on. It's every single day, every single hour, every single minute. Write those nice comments down. I think I said last week to you guys, it might have been private client, I can't remember, that I just got one of those whiteboards and just started writing positive things. I used to do little post-it notes and put that around. I find this works because even just sporadically, all of a sudden my guides will give me something, I'll put it on the board, and it's like, wow, that really helped me get through that day, or whatever it was that I was thinking about. So there's celebration and good times coming towards you. It's followed by the Ace of Cups. Man, this is beautiful. The Ace of Cups, another ace. This is now the water again. A brand new offering of love for yourself, love for others, Sag. Because when we heal ourselves, we then can be more there for others. And it doesn't mean for us to be taken advantage of or any of that, but when we are healed, we don't get so, I keep wanting to say the word triggered because they keep giving it to me. We don't get so triggered anymore because we're healed. So this is a beautiful new beginning in love if you want it. For some of you, this could actually be, because they're taking me on a whole another side here. This could actually be you've been single for a long time. You're going to meet someone. There's going to be this beautiful exchange of energy, Sag, and you're going to perhaps end up being together for a very long time. Okay? They just gave that to me. I had to give it. Otherwise, they don't want to get off it. But getting back to the main message of this. This is about a newness. It is about a new beginning. And it's so fitting that this is coming up, actually, after the full moon in your sign. It's so fitting. Because it's almost like, the full moon it's almost like this big, such a buildup, and it's so big and bright, but it almost feels like an explosion sometimes, of energy, of recognizing what you need to let go of, what doesn't make you happy anymore, what you want so that you can be joyful and happy. So look, that is the message. We've got the Empress next, and number 3, Sag, abundance, nurturing yourself, loving yourself, good, beautiful, energetic vibes, and allowing a cycle to close out and a new cycle to begin. She's a major arcana. First major arcana we've had. This is a powerful energy. It is followed by the 4 of Swords. So there's that weeping that I felt like doing off camera. You know, been bruised, been beaten, been hurt. My mind, I've gone through the trenches. I have not been able to release it. So I'm kind of cutting off my heart here, taking a rest, taking a moment to try and start to nurture myself so I can open my heart, so I can feel lighter and have more pleasant, happy times, you know, with people that are going to be stable. Okay. They want me to leave the 4 of Wands, so I will do that. Let's see what else wants to come out. Strength. Just as I picked up the deck, you've seen it, Sag. Strength card. It's going to take courage. You have to be strong. We all have to be strong when we have to let go of something that we know is unhealthy for us, that is even damaging. It does take a lot of power, but you have this. You are a very strong soul, and you are capable of achieving anything that you not only set your heart to, but to clear your mind and then set your mind on that path. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. They want me to leave it like this, so I can't add it. Okay? Is there anything else you have for beautiful Sag, for whenever they come to this reading, that you would like them to know, Spirit? What else do you have for Sag? Not a lot of cards, but a lot of energy coming through. Okay, no, everything's going back. Queen of Swords, where I stopped. There's that clear thinking, seeing things very, very honest and very truthful. Sometimes we can do the most damage to ourselves when we lie to ourselves. When we tell ourselves things that are not true. So she's all about speaking the truth. That allows her to have that gorgeous clarity. Okay. Anything else out of this deck, Spirit, for Sagittarius? Got like 6 cards on the deck or on the table. Anything else? Ooh. Oh, we got, okay. Wow. Let's see what this one is. King of Swords. So we just had the Queen of Swords that I just talked about, and now you're getting the King of Swords. So Sag, same energy, just masculine energy. You know, this can be going to talk to a therapist, talk to a counselor, however it may be, talk to a good friend. Because often the King of Swords can be that, yeah, they can be an attorney and lawyer and judges and all that stuff. But they're also very, at least in my experience, this is air, by the way, so I didn't even say. So for those of you that want to know the signs, it's Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Often when you go, if you've ever gone and spoke to someone, whether it be a counselor or whatever, you know, they're normally a little detached because, well, they're there to help you see the way clearly. They're not emotionally invested. So that could be another message from Spirit for whoever that is out there that needs that. But it is about trusting your wisdom. And again, allowing yourself to see things as honestly and clearly as you can. This guy, just like the Queen, they don't lie, they don't bullshit, they don't tolerate that from anyone else as well. They're very sharp. That is why they're air, you know? The communication is honest and free-flowing. It can be a little cold, but it is necessary because this is the sort of truth that they hold. Okay, so it's almost like they're wanting me to put this over here, so I will. If you can do that, it's not about being cold to yourself or others. It's more, that's not coming through in this reading. It is more about assessing clearly. Okay? So we have the Tower. Another major arcana. Of course it was going to come out. Did I not say transformation? And then we have the Knight of Swords. This did show up off camera. I just forgot to mention it. So the Tower comes in because the way things have been, and Sag, again, this is not going to be for everyone. If this doesn't make sense to you, it's just not your reading, you know. But the Tower is coming in because there is something that really does need a new beginning. There is a shakeup that needs to happen. This round and round cannot continue to go on. I mean, it can if you so wanted to, but why would you want that? There is a new beginning for you. The Tower is representing this false foundation that maybe at one time seemed true. It needs to come down. It's got to crumble all the way to the bottom, and you got to start over again. Because that, knowing all the truth, seeing clearly, you're going to know what way to head in. And again, the butterflies, transformation. It's not easy. It's not comfortable most of the time. Although sometimes the Tower can come in and can be a godsend, because it's like, oh man, I needed that reset. And now I'm back standing and I'm on that right path. I'm going on the right path, not the dark path anymore. Followed by the Knight of Swords. Sag, this is Spirit's way of saying, and look at where it's placed, follow your heart. What makes you feel light? What makes you happy? What makes you shine? Do that. Be that. Go in that direction. Because the Knight of Swords is exactly that. And the Knight of Swords is moving swiftly towards what he or she is wanting. Bottom of the deck, Sag, we have the Page of Pentacles. So now we have the actual beginner. We have the Ace. Now we have, on the page, I'm going to take this new pentacle. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. And I'm going to trust that I can figure out how to get it to, say, the Ten of Pentacles. And I'm going to get excited and I'm totally ready. Let me begin on this new path. It's followed by your energy. Oh my goodness. And your card, Temperance, Sag. We got the Knight of Wands. Oh, feeling happy, feeling lighter, feeling joyful. Again, you know, you can take this and apply it however it might be. This might be about your career. It might be about a love relationship. It might be a family situation. I have to give you what Spirit is giving me, this is what they're giving. So the Knight of Wands is all about allowing yourself to be free. Free to be who you are, to love how you are, to love how you want to love, to pursue what you want to. No more round and round repeating some cycle. And Sag, as I said, I love it when Spirit does this. The Temperance card, your card, shows up. This is confirmation always for me when I'm doing your readings, that Spirit is like, yes, that is the message that we had. So Temperance, you know, this is all about that patience and being patient with yourself and others, not getting impatient. You know, allowing yourself to just kind of settle and feel and think and, you know, just keep yourself centered, you know, so that you don't get off course. It's also a sign that you are being divinely guided from whatever you believe in, whether that be God's source, angels, guides, you know, whatever it is. But they're showing up to say they want this for you. And Sagittarius, even followed by the Hierophant. There's that wisdom, learning everything that you've needed to learn to get you to this next plateau or this next step where things are sweeter and kinder and you enjoy life more. You know, oh my God, look at this. We got the Temperance, we got the Hierophant, we got the Chariot. Major Arcana is popping out everywhere. Taurus's card once again, number 5, all about change. And Temperance, your card is 14, so that adds up to a 5. That's all about change as well. So trusting this shift, putting in the work in. We all have to put in the work in, especially when it comes to our inner self and how we perceive the world and how we perceive ourselves. No one can do that work for us. We got to do it all for ourselves, and it can be tough sometimes. But the thing is knowing that there is a higher objective that you're wanting to get to. And in this case, it's like you want to get to the top here. And look at how happy he is. It's like whatever trials and tribulations this guy's gone through, he doesn't hold on to it. He's learned from it. He sees it for what it was meant for. And now he is happy. And Sag, I'll go one more because it's Cancer's card. Number 7, again, that's contemplation, but Cancer is water. Being back in, like, dictating your life the way you want it to go. And doing it with passion, doing it with empathy, doing it with love and, you know, a vigor that will will just bring a lot of good stuff to you. You know, internally, externally, all different ways. What a reading. I do feel they want me to close this off now. So they want me to leave these cards here. Okay, Spirit, give me 1 second. Sag, I truly hope that this helped in some way. Not one of those readings that sometimes they give me so much detail. But nevertheless, it is a message for you if this is resonating with you. Again, it's just allow the shift to change. And you'll know it's meant for you if you can feel it. If you're like, oh, this is making sense to me. That's what Spirit is saying. Okay. All right, we're going to close your reading off. I'm going to get you treasures from Takashi. Totally feel pulled to this deck today. Bottom of the deck, thought. Okay, so is that... I feel like that's exactly how I opened this reading. Again, I can't remember once I'm in it, I forget. Okay, so it says thought. I'm going to read it and then we'll see what wants to come out. Be aware of your thoughts. Your thoughts carry a great deal of energy. Choose to create your world with happy, loving thoughts. Be unselfish in your thinking and be considerate to you and others. Situations may not be as you expect and you may have to do some rethinking. Well, that's pretty much in alignment with this reading. Okay, then the next we have surrender. I'm going to read it because there is a surrendering energy here of surrendering any kind of self-sabotage. And again, and putting your foot down if anyone else is trying to sabotage you. It says, surrender to the highest force of your being and expect that which is always for your highest purpose. Let go and live. You do not always need to control the direction. Simply surrender to the energy of all. You need not use all of your logical mind to create miracles. Only know that the answer to a question comes when you let go the need to have the answer. That's really poignant too, because now they're drawing me back to what I initially, somewhere along the very lines at the beginning, was trying to get across. Hope I got it across. Is that childhood, the sponge that we all are when we're a child. Letting go, like surrendering that, if your parents, for example, were maybe never seen you, or they made you feel like you didn't matter, any of those kind of things. Those are the thoughts you have to surrender, because it no longer matters. It doesn't matter whether ultimately in the big scheme, unless you want to hold on to that, and then that takes away your power, it doesn't matter anymore. You have to love you first and know your worth. So surrender the negative, low vibrational energy is what I'm feeling. Okay, Spirit, is there any other message you have? What a beautiful message you have for Saggy through this reading. I so love and appreciate you. Is there any other final message you would like Sag to have to close this reading out? Ooh, okay. Anticipation. These are not, do not go in reverse. Yeah, just go back. Okay. Sag. Anticipation, but we have, once again, thought, and once again, followed by surrender, and I shoveled that deck. So, Spirit really wants you to take that in. So, anticipation. Anticipation creates a feeling of excitement. Hold that feeling of anticipation as you embark on your next course of action. Unusual occurrences may not be anticipated, but don't waste any time worrying. Let go of expectations. They only take you out of the now moment. When you anticipate, you can enjoy the fun of the whole journey, right here and right now. Beautiful message. There is a lot that seems to want to come towards you, Sag. A lot of beautifulness. Open yourself to receive it. Open yourself to receive it. And no more second guessing yourself. And no more living in the past, if that makes sense to you. I send you a huge, huge, huge hug. I know it's not easy. But man, you get to the other side and life is going to be some kind of sweet. And I just heard sweet peach. Sweet peach. I haven't had a peach forever. Maybe you're eating a peach. Don't know, but I just heard sweet peach. Okay. All right, Saggy. All of my love to you. Thank you so much for all of your love and your support and your likes and subscribes and the comments and the donations. You're amazing. Absolutely amazing. So until next time, Sag, as always, biggest kiss. Go out there and rock this world. Live your best life. All right? So until next time, take care, my love, and stay well.